West Lake Street in Addison. I'm Scott Davidson. Now we're joined by my good friend, Brent Sullivan. We go way back to your Slaughter EXTROIUS days at the Space Place. Remember that?
Hell yeah.
That was awesome, man.
Scott, happy 31st.
Thank you so much, Brent. And Brent plays bass. You got a solo album we're going to play a song from with Ripper Owens on vocals. That's cool. That guy's super cool, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
Interviewed him a ton of times. And we're going to play that song coming up. But you got Slaughter EXTROIUS, Squadron, NDX, Winterkill. I know there's more. There's more. I know that too.
My Warp Chamber.
My Warp Chamber. We play that too. So all your bands we play on Rebel Radio. And I'm not going to lie to you, we still play those bands. It's still in rotation. The bands from a long time ago, they're in a rotation. And we lost some programming here and I put it back in. So all those bands, I love them all. I gotta say, Slaughter EXTROIUS is probably my favorite out of all of them.
Really? Actually, My Warp Chamber is one of my favorite. I think I love that album we did.
I like Slaughter EXTROIUS because you're playing bass guitar, but you're like playing lead bass. It's like you take it to
my younger days. Yeah, I still try to do it today.
Yeah.
It's a little harder now.
You take it to another stratosphere. You're playing bass guitar, and you and PK are going off or something. It's like you're playing lead bass, like a lead guitar on bass. And it's just, man, the songs were awesome. And you guys just went overseas again too for Slaughter EXTROIUS, didn't you?
We did. We went to Germany for Keep It True Fest.
Awesome. And you got fans all over the world for Slaughter EXTROIUS. And that's cool, right? Something from, the 80s pretty much, right? 80s. And you're still doing it, though. That's awesome. I saw you play at Daverns, was the last, you just played a few, you did the pre-party probably, the pre-show.
Yeah, it's amazing. We get together every, few hundred years. And, as soon as we get together, we get asked to go, Greece or Germany or something like that right away before we're even ready to, get into rehearsals and shit. So, it gets a little crazy and we always said, wanted to try and do an album. We never do. It just never seems to work out too well.
But the cool thing is though, when I go see you, it's like you didn't lose a beat from 1985, at the Space Place with Transgressor, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that place.
Yeah.
Some great parties there.
That's a great, oh man, what a great, it's like your own club almost, You had a big warehouse, empty, what's like a space place. And then you get a keg, you charge $5 back then, and you could drink about 20 beers for $5 and see a great band. What a great time that was.
Yeah, we used to practice when we were 22nd and Halsted over there. And we used to scoot down, a few blocks over at Fullerton and go to the parties there.
That's cool. So we're talking to Brent Sullivan, bass player, and you got a solo release where you have like a bunch of different singers. So I know Ripper Owens, of course, Scott Huffman, Steve Reimer. Who else do you have singing on this album and playing?
Kevin Truell, speaking of Transgressor days.
What a great singer.
He was on there.
Yeah.
We kind of just hooked up out of the blue somewhere. Hey, I think you want to sing a few tunes on there, and we did. So and then who else we got in there? Ray
Smith.
Ray Smith.
Who's the drummer turned into singer. That's cool.
From My Warp Chamber,
Scott Huffman. I love Scott Huffman.
Yes, love his vocals.
Great, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, he played with Stonehenge back in the day. We had a EP called The Mission, and his label in Greece wants to re-release that and all our unreleased, not released stuff, but not a full album. We did one full album too, but all our demos and songs like that. So that's pretty cool. The people in Greece love Chicago metal.
They do. They really do, man.
That's cool.
Anywhere in Europe, man, it's just a whole different vibe, man. They just love their music out there, and they love their metal.
That's cool. We're talking to Brent Sullivan, bassist. Brent, what got you to pick up the bass in the first place? Was it something?
I started. I couldn't even make a note when I was 13. I saw a guitar in a room of somebody we were visiting, and I picked it up. Couldn't even make a note, and I was fascinated by it. And I locked myself, my old teenage years, trying to figure out how to play. My first song I learned was Beth, acoustic.
By Kiss?
Yeah, I learned that from a song book. Yeah, by Kiss.
Cool.
And
awesome.
Once I got that down, I got fascinated by Gene. Gene's the guy that got me going on bass, and you mentioned lead bass. I kind of wanted to take the guitar and or to take the bass and do guitar stuff on there. Some people like that. They would say, bass player's got to stay in the pocket, be in the background. I'm like, hell no.
That reminds me of you and Cliff Burton are two bass players that like do lead bass guitar, which is cool. It's different, not your average bass player.
Steve Harris, all of guys.
Steve Harris, same thing. Yeah, And Steve Harris, he's the man that runs Iron Maiden. I mean, he calls the shots. That's very cool. So every band's got that one guy. It's Steve Harris for Iron Maiden. So he's not just a great bass player and writer, but he's a lead lead man for the Iron Maiden band as well too. And they're still doing great.
I grew up on like Gene Simmons got me going, but he's not much of a bass player, not bad actually, but and Stanley Clark actually is.
That guy's amazing. That guy's amazing.
Younger, 17 and shit. So
I remember seeing Stanley Clark play bass. Man, that guy's amazing.
Oh no, yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. Crazy. So what shows you got coming up? Anything coming up for Slaughter EXTROIUS or now your solo album? Could you ever do a show with that? You should do like a show with all the singers come up on stage and do a song. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
I learned a lot from doing that album. I learned it's probably not the best thing to put a bunch of different singers on one album.
Yeah.
Even it was cool. It was kind of homage to most Chicago musicians and stuff.
That's cool.
It's cool to have, but I think it kind of confuses people. It gives us such a different vibe through the whole album. It doesn't really consist of sound like a band. It just sounds like a project with a bunch of different singers on there. So it's cool to do, but it's hard to get things to push it any farther.
Yeah,
not really a
it is.
Out there pushing it and playing.
Yep.
And to be able to do those songs, I'd have to find somebody comparable to get that whole mash of they're all great singers on there.
Yeah.
So it would be pretty hard to get someone that could sing all those tunes in that kind of way.
And then you got to line up the singers that play on the same day and stuff. But we should have. There was like a release party and played the CD. Did you do that at all or no?
I did do that. I did that when I first came out. That's what I did at Davern's.
Davern's, that's right. Yes, I remember.
I did it outside, pumped it through there, and
that's cool.
And sold it. I figured that was the best way to do it. I was hoping to do it like some shows and stuff like that, but
it's hard to do.
I did it out in Germany and sold a few out there.
Cool.
Yeah, because most of the people out there, it's like $20 just to ship a CD over there.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
Ridiculous. People got to pay $30. If you want $10 for a CD, and
yeah.
They're paying more, double just to ship over there. So it was nice to be able to bring a few over there and
that's
get
cool.
it in people's hands.
That's cool. It's Rebel Radio. Scott Davidson talking to Brent Sullivan, bassist for Slaughter EXTROIUS, Winterkill, NDX, Squadron. I remember playing with Squadron at Thirsty Whale with Stonehenge. Oh, that was awesome. And then, and the new, I like all these songs. This song here is with Ripper Owens. How did you approach Ripper Owens? Did you just call him or email him or how did
I'm sure you probably saw some of his posts on there. He's like, I got free time, and everyone wants to, sing a track or an album or whatever, get a hold of me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll see how much he wants to do it and stuff. So, we worked out a deal. I'm like, cool. He was really cool about it. And he goes, if you could just, write out the lyrics and kind of a rough melody line on it, give it to me and I'll take care of it. I'm like, cool.
So you wrote the lyrics, you wrote the lyrics and then you had Ripper Owens sing it how you wanted to sing it. Yeah,
actually Bill Swanson helped me with the lyrics too.
Cool.
I was like,
I know Bill.
I was totally hoarse, so I couldn't sing a word right there. I was going on. So Bill came in and did some scratch vocals for me to send to him, because I couldn't sing a note, even if it was bad. So he helped me out, and we changed up some lyrics too to fit it out, and it worked out. So he kind of helped me with that song as far as writing it.
Cool. All right, Brent, I have another 24 interviews to do, so thank you so much for calling in, being part of our 31-year anniversary show here. We'll hopefully see you soon. I want you to be the DJ and announce the song. Just put Rebel Radio at the end somewhere or anywhere. Salvation is the name of your solo band here, and I want you to introduce the song with Ripper Owens. Take it away, buddy.
All right, but I do want to shameless plug.
Sure, of course.
All right, it's not going to fit your format because I am in a Nickelback tribute band.
That's all right.
Which is kind of strange to hear, but Feed the Machine, we're playing up at Side House up there in Island Lake.
Island Lake, that's right.
First time out there, it was just booked like a week and a half ago, so it's the last minute show.
Sure.
If you want to come out, we do a lot of their heavy, deep cuts. So
what day is that?
My lows are still digging, huh?
What day is that?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night. Oh, man, tomorrow night. Yeah. That's going to be July 11th. Tomorrow night at Side House.
Side House is going to be outside.
Oh, cool. That's always a good time outside, right?
So, yeah, for sure, absolutely. So, I just want to get that out there. Anyway,
no problem.
Yeah, this is with Tim Ripper Owens and Paul Cracky on lead guitar and me and the rest. And, Chuck White on drums.
Cool.
And this one's called Screaming in Silence.
By Salvation on Rebel Radio. Thanks a lot, Brent. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, both.
Bye.
Bye.
We're still live on Rebel Radio Facebook page. Here's Brent Sullivan, Ripper Owens on vocals, Paul, our PK on lead guitar. To hear this song, switch over to rebelradio.com. More interviews up next. Later.